Good morning, Carolina. I'm live from the Cumulus Broadcast Center here in Fayetteville. This is News Talk 640 WFNC and 103.5 HD2. I want to welcome you to Good Morning Fayetteville. This is the first hour on this Monday, March the 9th. I'm Gilbert Baez, Kenny Hitman Mcclain, working the magic over in Studio 2. Meteorologist Rachel Dunsing says partly sunny today. High temperature will be somewhere in the 70s. Right now, 59 degrees across the board in Fayetteville, Hope Mills, and also at Fort Bragg. Headline news for you at this hour. A portion of the 82nd Airborne Division's 3rd Brigade Combat Team is skipping a major training exercise at Fort Polk, Louisiana, amid the conflict in Iran. Experts say the war in Iran is impacting the price of gas here in the United States, jumping 50 cents a gallon during the past week. Fayetteville Mayor Mitch Colvin is set to give the State of the City address. That'll happen Tuesday in City Hall. Fayetteville Technical Community College has received a donation of advanced airway management equipment to provide students with real-world life-saving techniques. And a possible record-breaking heat on the way as temperatures are expected to climb into the mid-80s by Wednesday. All that and more coming your way, but first, local news coming your way.
Deputies are searching for whoever is responsible for killing a teenager at a house party in Rowan County. 16-year-old Keaton Lewis was found dead shortly after 3 a.m. Sunday morning. Deputies are asking the public for information. And overnight, the U.S. Central Command confirmed the death of another service member overnight with the war in Iran. A new era of basketball is underway in Fayetteville. The Fayetteville Liberty played their first game at Crown Arena this past Friday. They won. The Liberty beat the Raleigh Firebirds 93-86 in the first of 20 regular season games. They'll be hosting the Firebirds again this Friday.
While some will see some patchy fog this morning, we will otherwise be mainly sunny with a high of 80. Overnight will be mostly clear with a low of 56, and Tuesday will be mostly sunny with a high of 84. If we hit 84, that would tie the high temperature record for the day. And that means it's another warm start to the week, highs staying in the 80s, but a strong cold front arrives Thursday, bringing the chance for rain and cooler temperatures to end the week. That is your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
Okay, Rachel, right now 59 across the board. Fayetteville, Hope Mills, and Spring Lake. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal that actually feels like a win. With Straight Talk Wireless, you get more and pay less. Now that's a good deal. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises, all on Verizon's 5G network. Find it in the same place you've always found straightforward prices, exclusively at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
Good morning, Fayetteville with Gilbert Baez on WFNC.
News Talk 640 WFNC. You know, you're looking more and more like Michael McDonald. Every time I look at the screen, I look up there you are. That's a compliment, I guess.
I guess, but it's actually all the gray right there, so. Yeah.
That'll happen, yeah.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah, it's like a whirlwind morning here.
I'll tell you what, I don't know.
You sound good reading the news there, too. You had to fill in for Bill Young because I guess all heck's breaking loose up there in Raleigh.
Yeah, well, things are a little nuts up there, so he sent me a couple of things that I could, read, a couple of scripts, but yeah, I was trying to use my official news voice, so, thank you very much. Yes, it was a recording. No.
Yeah, you sound like an anchor man.
All right. Well, yeah, I try to channel, who was it, Will Harris? Will
something or other. He was anchor man.
Farrell.
Will Farrell, that's right.
I am Anchorman. I am officially speaking.
Well, it's funny to me. Ted Guida, Command Sergeant Major, 82nd Airborne Division. He was Command Sergeant Major, 35th Signal Brigade, and they had officers call on occasion. I'm a young lieutenant. I'm in there. I'm a public affairs officer. I come in there. He wants to have officer call, so I go in and sit down with him. He said, LT, this is how you talk. LT, what do you see yourself doing here in the next several years? I said, I'm probably going to be a television reporter or something. Oh, we have Anchorman. We have a TV Anchorman. I said, so it is written, so it'll be done. You know, that's what I wanted to do. Is do it. So in any event.
So he got a kick out of that.
He did. And you know, I don't know where I hope Ted Guida is still alive. I'm not sure if he's passed. But he's every time I would see him at the 82nd Airborne Division run or something, he would come up to me and say, hey, we have Anchorman. Because I was on TV and I was covering the news. I said, Ted, I told you I was going to do this.
Yep.
So, you know, but I never used an Anchorman voice. You know, it's just, to me, it's just, what is it? What is it? You know, I taught at Campbell, and I told students, just be conversational in what you do and just be yourself, and that'll be fine. Because it's hard to, I mean, what are you going to do? You go into the McDonald's? Oh, yes, let me have a Big Mac and so. Come on, be yourself. You know, I don't go to McDonald's. But the point I'm making is, you know, be yourself but that's all I can do. That's all I'm doing over here, just being myself. You know, people come up to me and say, you know, you sound just like you sound on the radio. Duh. What? How am I supposed to sound? Mm-hmm. So anyway, you know what happened overnight?
Tell me.
The grass turned green. Did you notice that? The what is it? The Branson pear trees?
Oh yeah, the Bradford pears.
Bradford pear trees. Man, they're beautiful, but they stink.
I actually stopped and took a photo just to make sure because it seemed a little early for me. I mean, you're right. Suddenly, boom, they're everywhere.
Right.
I don't remember seeing them a couple of weeks ago.
Right. You just go to bed at night, and then all of a sudden, boom.
So just overnight. Okay.
Right. And
so it's not just me. So yeah, I noticed that over the weekend, and I went out and I've got one of these little apps. Picture this. It's all about plants, and it tells you their health and stuff. And so you can identify it also. So I took it just to make sure. Am I looking at a Bradford pear this early?
Yeah, and people confuse those for dogwood trees, and they're not.
No.
Dogwoods haven't bloomed yet.
No.
But this is, you know, I wish that they didn't smell as bad as they did because they really look pretty.
Yeah, they do.
You know, and I'm going to, you know, I meant to bring up something to talk about what the problem is with the Bradford pear trees that people are just against. And I don't know how we got so many planted all of a sudden. But not all of a sudden. They're just here, and they won't go away. But they're really pretty to look at.
Yeah, for a while.
Yes.
And they have some nice foliage over the summer, but what's the problem with them? I'm intrigued now.
It's the smell.
Oh, the smell.
Yeah, and I think that's a part of it.
I'll tell you what, Gilbert, there is nothing like a sweet sugar magnolia.
All right, well, there you go.
Oh, boy, I'll stick my nose in a magnolia, and then all of a sudden an ant's crawling over my
watch
nostrils.
out. Yeah.
But, yeah, they smell so sweet.
Yeah, I'm a Japanese maple kind of guy.
You know, I did not know they had an aroma.
Well, they don't have an aroma. I just like the look.
Oh, I see. Yes.
I'm just in terms of appearance.
Doesn't it look kind of like? Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean,
I know what it looks like.
Well, my bush or tree that they planted at my house, I told you, fell over because we put rocks around them, and then we put the rocks around them, and the blooming idiot will tell you, you know, the rocks draw the heat, and then they put plastic down as opposed to the earth covering type stuff that you put down to stop weeds from growing through, and so there was no water getting down to the roots of the tree.
Yeah. Who did that?
The people who put the rocks down.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know until I took a look and saw my tree blown over, and I took a look and I said, they put plastic down as opposed to the breathable type of mulch type stuff.
Right.
But in any event, it was a big storm, and no one else's tree blew over but mine. And so I replaced it with a Japanese maple.
Okay.
And it really grows well.
Those look good in the front yard, very ornamental. But, you know, all I know is this. Everywhere I went, it was spring. I went to Harris Teeter to go shopping. They've got the pansies out. They've got this out. I'm just, like, happy that we see some color.
Well, you know, it's funny that you mentioned that because I went to Lowe's, and there were a couple of women picking through the flowers. And you should have seen the smiles on their face.
Yeah.
As they were picking, oh, this one, you know. Now, look, I'm pretty good with the lawn, but I kill flowers. That's Doris's bag. If she wants to put flowers out, because I'm not good at that. You know, I put some fish emulsion stuff into a spider plant one time. I came over the next day, and it was
dead.
I guess I put too much in there.
Too much nitrogen.
Exactly. That's right. Because that fish stuff, you know, that's like a super duper fertilizer. for plants. But, you got to know what you're doing. And let me not start that. Blooming Idiot will be calling here. Next thing I know, he's probably watching now, listening now, making some notes, getting ready to text us some information that we need to know. But but I was looking at the weather forecast.
Yeah, something's going to go wrong with that.
Well, it says we're going to have a taste of spring. High temperatures, upper 70s for the next couple of days. Then there's a chance of the temperature hitting around 84, 85 on Wednesday, which may break a record. So I'm looking forward to that. Wednesday's a good day for me, not to do anything. Then you got the unfortunate thing with this, you have the blooming of the trees that give you the pollen and the irritation if you have allergies of some type. So now that's starting early. We did have a little improvement from the drought, though, according to the recent rains that we've had here. Drought has slightly improved across the state. Severe drought went from 87% coverage to 70% coverage, so we're getting better there. Extreme drought went from 5% to 4%. Looking ahead for the last 6 months, this is the second driest past 6 months that we've had on record. And at least all the states still at a moderate drought, though. So we still need more rain. And we get some in the forecast. That'll be great. So now we got a great show. We always do. Terry Thomas is coming. Don't you like it when Terry comes in?
She is a ray of sunshine.
She's the director of the Vision Resource Center here in Fayetteville. She ran for county commissioner, didn't win, but, she still got a nice smile on her face, doing her thing. And she's got the Full Bloom Cultivating Confidence in Vision with the Vision Resource Fashion Show. It's the annual fashion show coming up. So I'm going to give her a chance to tell us about that. It's starring blind and visually impaired individuals who redefine beauty and independence and self-expression as they make their way down the runway. So it's going to be a neat show, and she's going to be in here at 7:20 to talk about it. She came in a little bit early because it's coming up. I think the 21st. I'm not sure. What I know. If she comes up, she'll tell us all the details on that. Erica Hugley is coming in, Vibe Tribe of Fayetteville director. They've got this program for the prom drive. I think we kind of talked about it last week, where they're looking to provide haircuts, makeup, and all this kind of stuff, gowns and everything, not only for the women, but for the men as well. That's going to be thanks to generous professionals willing to donate some services. So we're going to talk about that at 7:35, give them a hand on that, see if they can get some of the professional folks to continue to contribute, and then let the high school students to where they can do what they got to do. Deja Williams, Paul Wolverton with City View, going to be in here in the 8 o'clock hour. They come here every other weekend, every other week. Talk to Paul the week. He sent me a list of things that they can possibly talk about. They always discuss what the reporters cover here in Fayetteville and Cumberland County. And so they will be here at 8:20. And then Brian Gaskell, Mid-Carolina Senior Games. And we had him in here not too long ago. The Senior Games for adults 50, opportunity to compete in sports and arts across the local state and compete with the registration opening in various. I remember we were talking about whether you were going to be involved with anything.
Just when he comes, please don't beat him down and tell him how you take him to the basketball court.
Is that what I said last time?
I don't know.
I didn't beat him down. we had a little fun with it. But you know what? It's all in fun because we want to encourage folks to come out. But some of the seniors take this stuff seriously now. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's some tough runners out there.
Yeah.
I saw this guy who was 90 who set a world record in the 1,500 meter run. He ran it in 4-something.
Didn't that just happen recently?
Yeah.
I saw that in the news, and I thought about you.
I didn't think about me. It is. You got to really get trained to continue to run like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just about a 4-minute mile. I guess my best mile was 4:05. So I was right there knocking on the door of breaking it. And but it is difficult to do. Now, the young folks today, I don't know what they're eating, what they're doing. They're doing what they got to do to make it happen. So, and there was a point even in my life that I always wanted to at least break 5 minutes when I ran a mile. As I got older, and it was a goal. What does that break down to? 5 minutes a mile is 2 minutes and 30
don't
seconds.
Make me do math at 6:22 in the morning.
2 minutes 30 seconds, a half mile.
Uh-huh.
So So
divided by 6 equals.
yeah, but if you so it's 75 second quarter miles.
That's all you got?
It's,
Actually, I want to tell you about a buddy of mine, Bobby Lane. I've kind of lost touch with him in the last year or so, but he's one of those cross-country runners.
that'd be me.
Okay. And, he times it. He's got these clocks and biometrics and everything like that. And he loves the variety of his running shoes. He's got his favorites. But it seems to me it's more of a meditative type sport. You're there with yourself, you're focused, you're listening to your breathing. It's not like some sort of contact sport. Is that true? You just kind of get in the zone.
You're talking to the man who did it. I was a Philadelphia cross-country championship for high school back in 1972. November 72, I won the championship. And there's a book called The Loneliness of the Long-Distance Runner. Mm-hmm. And it is a mental thing because you can't – this is a sport that you can't depend on anybody to throw you the ball. You can't get anybody to block out the person. You have to run on your own. And I'll never forget that race at Philadelphia's Fairmount Park is where it was. And running that day, it was extremely cold. I mean, I can remember like it was yesterday. It was a little chilly rain also. And I went out and ran the first, just short of a mile, just to get a feel of what the ground was like. And that's what cross country is all about. You run on macadam, you run on the uphill, downhill, on grassy surfaces, whatever it might be. That's what cross country is. And there was a puddle on the backstop of the race. The race. Picture this: your team has 12 runners. Philadelphia Public Schools, we had 18 high schools, and so you had 12 times 18 on a straight line at an open field, and that was the start line. Everyone started on the straight line. So it's 12 times 18, 120, 160 runners, whatever it is, and they say go. And then the crowd kind of gets together, and we go around this backstop to make the turn to start to get out on the course. And nobody checked out the fact that there was a big puddle behind the thing but me. And I knew to stay wide. You should have seen people falling in the water.
One of those things on TV.
There's half my competition gone.
Bloopers.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it was a chilly rain. And there's a picture of me in the Philadelphia Bulletin with my hands like this, kind of in my big old afro.
Yeah.
My hands were just about frozen solid like this. That's how cold it was. And we had on shorts, when you ran the race. And it was November 72. It was cold.
Well, you did long distance, and that's impressive. I did I was good for sprinting. Top 40 was my specialty.
Oh,
that's why
right?
I was a wide receiver.
Wow.
Well, I went from tight end to wide receiver after I dropped some weight. But yeah, my top 40 was 3-1.
Wow. No, it wasn't. If it was 3-1, you wouldn't be here right now. Yeah, look, you can't throw those numbers out of the track guy.
3-1.
I know what 3. There's no way you ran the 40 and 3-1.
And I always won. You ready to go?
Yeah, you liar, pants on fire. Kenny, how could you? All right. Hey, let's take out the local weather right now with Rachel Dunsing.
While some will see some patchy fog this morning, we will otherwise be mainly sunny with a high of 80. Overnight will be mostly clear with a low of 56, and Tuesday will be mostly sunny with a high of 84. If we hit 84, that would tie the high temperature record for the day. And that means it's another warm start to the week, highs staying in the 80s, but a strong cold front arrives Thursday, bringing the chance for rain and cooler temperatures to end the week. That is your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
If I turn on my mic, you'd hear me, Rachel. Rachel right now, 59 at Fayetteville, Hope Mills, and also Fort Bragg. You're listening to News Talk 640, WFNC.
Proud to be your hometown news and information source for 4 decades. News Talk 640 WFNC. Stream online at WFNC640am.com. Never a password, never a fee.
Tax time is here, and there is no better way to spend your tax refund than on the safety of you and your family. Never held a gun before? Not sure what you're looking for? Guns Plus can help. Guns Plus has over 1,000 firearms, indoor shooting range, and offers classes in shooting safety, concealed carry, and more. And the best part, you no longer need to apply for a pistol purchase permit. If you're 21 or older, just come to Guns Plus. Pick out your pistol, and we'll handle the federal background check while you wait. Guns Plus Spring Lake and Guns Plus 2 in Fayetteville. Fear no evil.
Enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HIM to 215215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HIM to 215215. That's HIM to 215215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Paid for by Adaptive Health.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code AUTO for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code AUTO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code AUTO for 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up.
Good morning, Fayetteville with Gilbert Baez on WFNC News Talk 640 AM and now at 103.5 HD2. Your information crossroads, WFNC.
News Talk 640 WFNC. Yeah, I was digging up that information about what's bad about the Bradford pear trees, and I didn't get a chance to print it out, but I am going to print it out, and we'll probably talk about it tomorrow a little bit. But they say an alternative to planting a Bradford pear tree is a dogwood, because you can get confused between the two of those two things there.
Yeah, it's true. The only difference is dogwoods come in a couple of varieties of colors, actually 2 or 3 or 4.
Sure, that's exactly right. Who we're going to do with 640?
I believe we're going to replay. She works for us. You would think I would know her name. Naughty is how I call her name. Miss Edwards, 911.
Oh yeah, 911 employee. Yeah, that was a good conversation.
Yeah. I call her Naughty.
Naughty. Well, Naughty. We'll do Naughty. While we're doing Naughty and we're getting up there to us, I'm going to read us a little news and take you off camera here. If you're watching us right now, for some reason I have a problem getting us up on the Facebook page. I'm going to have to look into that and see. I may have to reconfigure that in order to get that back up. But it is going live on our YouTube page.
Okay.
And then what I do afterwards is I copy the YouTube onto the Facebook so people can see the broadcast of our interviews. And you also can get it on the podcast Pepper as well if you just want the audio. Tell everybody where they can get that, how they have to do that.
That would be at WFNC640am.com. And while you do this on YouTube and do some things, I'm just going to kick back, have some coffee, and watch you.
All right, we'll go ahead and do your
YouTube.
thing.
All right.
I'll take you off camera there so you don't have to deal with it here. Got some local news for you I'm going to tell you about this morning. A portion of the 82nd Airborne Division's 3rd Brigade Combat Team at Fort Bragg is skipping major training exercise amid the conflict with Iran. Military leaders at Fort Bragg say the 3rd Brigade Combat Team is undergoing scheduled activities at the Joint Readiness Training Center. That's at Fort Polk, Louisiana. However, part of the unit's headquarters company is no longer involved in that training. Authorities at Fort Polk say the remainder of the 3rd Brigade Combat Team is continuing its training, which includes synchronized maneuver aviation, and sustainment for a multi-day mission that includes multiple air assaults. Paratroopers assigned to the unit assist with evacuations and reinforcing security at U.S. embassies. The military leaders at Fort Bragg say while the division is not currently on orders, the 82nd Airborne Division always remains ready to respond to any mission around the world, wheels up within 18 hours. Experts say the war in Iran is impacting the price of gas here in the United States, jumping 50 cents a gallon during the past week. According to AAA, North Carolina's average price per gallon is $3.27, lower than the national average. That's $3.47, but nearly 50 cents higher than last week's North Carolina average, and according to AAA. Now, the average price of gas here in Cumberland County is about $3 a gallon. The attack on Iran is restricting travel, and boats will not be able to pass through the Iranian-controlled Straits of Hormuz. About 20% of the world's oil is shipped through that strait, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration. Oil prices are about $30 a barrel higher than in early January. And then Sunday, the oil prices eclipsed $100 a barrel for the first time in more than 3.5 years. Other news this morning, Fayetteville Mayor Mitch Colvin is set to give the State of the City address. The event takes place March 10th, that'll be tomorrow, starting at 6:30 in the City Council chambers in City Hall down on Hay Street. Now, during the address, the mayor plans to provide an update on the city's progress, highlight key achievements, and outline the priorities set by the City Council for the year ahead. The State of the City address is a free event and open to the public. The address will also be aired live on FAYETTEVILLE.net, Spectrum Channel 7, and also on the FAYTV app available on streaming devices. There is a new roundabout coming to a dangerous crossroad in Robinson County to improve safety and mobility. The North Carolina Department of Transportation says the $2.5 million project will improve traffic flow at NC 71 and Oxendine School and Red Hills roads. That's west of Red Springs. The NCDOT determined that the circular design was warranted after studying the intersection's crash patterns, traffic volume, and also existing design. Roundabouts reduce the risk of serious crashes, and they improve traffic flow by eliminating the stop-and-go nature of all-way stops. The work is scheduled to begin in May and should be completed by the end of the year. And finally this morning, Fayetteville Technical Community College has received a donation of advanced airway management equipment from LifeLink's Critical Care of Cape Fear Valley Health. The equipment supports hands-on training in the college's Emergency Medical Science program. That would be the EMS program. The donated equipment is valued between $15,000 to $22,000. It will significantly enhance the program's instructional resources and training capabilities. The GlideScope Go is equipped with high-resolution monitor and camera-mounted blade. Donated equipment to be used with FTC's paramedic students in the video assistance, intubation, and other airway management techniques, which are essential skills for emergency medical professionals. The EMS program at Fayetteville Technical Community College prepares students for careers as paramedics, emergency medical technicians through classroom instruction, lab simulation, and also clinical experiences. So that equipment is going to be a big deal for FTCC, and we're glad that they have it. All right. Right now, you want to do your news again? I like your news, man. Hit your news. Kenny Hitman Mcclain.
Deputies are searching for whoever is responsible for killing a teenager at a house party in Rowan County. 16-year-old Keaton Lewis was found dead shortly after 3 a.m. Sunday morning. Deputies are asking the public for information. And overnight, the U.S. Central Command confirmed the death of another service member overnight with the war in Iran. A new era of basketball is underway in Fayetteville. The Fayetteville Liberty played their first game at Crown Arena this past Friday. They won. The Liberty beat the Raleigh Firebirds 93-86 in the first of 20 regular season games. They'll be hosting the Firebirds again this Friday.
While some will see some patchy fog this morning, we will otherwise be mainly sunny with a high of 80. Overnight will be mostly clear with a low of 56, and Tuesday will be mostly sunny with a high of 84. If we hit 84, that would tie the high temperature record for the day. And that means it's another warm start to the week, highs staying in the 80s, but a strong cold front arrives Thursday, bringing the chance for rain and cooler temperatures to end the week. That is your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Right now, 59, we're holding steady this morning. 59 Fayetteville, Anderson Creek, and also in Spout Springs. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Having trouble sleeping? Visit Mattress Firm during the Upgrade Your Sleep sale. Their sleep experts will help find your perfect bed from a premium selection of top brands. They make sleep easy.
Always first in News Talk for North Carolina. News Talk 640 WFNC. Stream on iHeart anytime, anywhere. Just search WFNC.
Lace up your shoes and step out to support cancer patients, hospitalized children, and more through Cape Fear Valley Health Foundation's Step Up for Health event, hosted by Methodist University, Saturday, March 28th. Register now at cfvfoundation.org.
Tax time is here, and there is no better way to spend your tax refund than on the safety of you and your family. Never held a gun before? Not sure what you're looking for? Guns Plus can help. Guns Plus has over 1,000 firearms, indoor shooting range, and offers classes in shooting safety, concealed carry, and more. And the best part, you no longer need to apply for a pistol purchase permit. If you're 21 or older, just come to Guns Plus. Pick out your pistol, and we'll handle the federal background check while you wait. Guns Plus Spring Lake and Guns Plus 2 in Fayetteville. Fear no evil.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
It's getting chilly in the Carolinas. If your heat isn't cutting it, don't wait. Call Bass Air Conditioning and Heating now. For a limited time, get a system check for just $59. Or check out our low monthly payment options and huge rebates on new HVAC systems. Free estimates, second opinions, and fast installs. From the team trusted for over 70 years. When you're cold or sweaty, call Bass. We're ready.
Bass Air Conditioning. We're your comfort guys.
For 12 years, Signature Sound has been proudly serving Fayetteville and its surrounding areas with quality car audio systems, professional installs, next-level custom lighting, and so much more. Now, we're celebrating the grand opening of our new location, 5110 Bragg Boulevard, Saturday, March 7th from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. We carry top brands, and yes, we even install products you purchased elsewhere. Signature Sound, 910-491-7913, 5110 Bragg Boulevard. We'll see you March 7th.
Good morning, Fayetteville with Gilbert Baez on WFNC News Talk 640 AM and now on 103.5 HD2.
News Talk 640 WFNC, 641 right now. Temperature holding steady at 49 degrees this Monday morning. And we have a really neat 640 replay right now because not only was she given an award for helping to stabilize a very tough situation in a 911 call, Dehara Edwards is now a colleague of ours because she is on our account executive staff. Sound Radio, just making a transition.
Yes, she is. And what a delightful, just energetic young woman. I mean, you talk about a smile on a face. You know how Terry Thomas is coming in?
Yeah.
At 7:20?
Could be a twin.
I'd like to see those two together, boy. They'd be a whirlwind.
Get them in a room sitting on two microphones right here.
So, yeah, we're blessed to have her here joining the staff. And she went through quite a big thing.
She did. She got an award for it, and we're going to share that story with you right now. It's our 640 replay here at WFNC.
It's your thing. Do what you want to do.
News Talk 640 WFNC.
I can't tell you who to sock it to.
Dehara? Is that correct, Dehara?
Yep, that's correct.
How are you?
I'm well this morning. How are you, Mr. Gill?
I'm doing well. You know, and it's funny. I'm just kind of listening to your voice right now. And imagining calling 911 and then you're on the other side of the line. You have a very nice voice to kind of get people calm.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You know, and so I get the point here. You were recently given an award for a telephone call that you made not too long ago. Give us some background on what happened.
Yes, sir. So without too many details being disclosed, I got a call from a young boy. He said that he wanted to turn himself in because he killed his mother. And when he initially told me, there's many people that call and say, you know, I want to turn myself in. And the first thing we have to do, and I know it annoys so many people, but we have to get a good address. And why that's so important is because when you're telling me you want to turn yourself in and you say you're on this road or you're here or you're at this gas station, we want to make sure that that is the exact location in case something else happens and I can't talk to you anymore.
Well, and a lot of people don't understand that while they're in the midst of the crisis, you're not just sitting on your hands.
No.
I think, and I've done some stories on 911 operator system that we have here in the city and the county, two different locations.
Yes.
But they work in tandem, is my understanding. So
Yes.
even though you're still having this conversation, getting information, people are being dispatched
Yes.
the best you can once you get the call. Talk about that a little bit.
Yes. When county dispatches and our city dispatches, we're both able to see who's going where and exactly what's going on. Ironically, with that situation, county had a well-being check-in at this location, and our dispatchers were already made aware, but we weren't aware of how severe the situation had got. When you're calling 911 and you're in need of assistance, our biggest thing is making sure we get there on time and we have the correct responding units.
And so you're trying to keep this teenager
Yes.
calm
Yeah.
after he allegedly, or according to authorities, stabbed his mother to death. And,
Yes, sir.
And the way I remember reading the story, he put her in a trash can or something like that.
Yes,
but the conversation, and I don't have a copy of the 911 call. I started to get it.
Yeah.
And so we can play it, but you played it in your head, I'm sure. You probably played it a couple times. As you think back about that conversation, what about that conversation stood out to you that said, I really need to treat this a certain way?
When he told me what had happened, you could hear the trembles in his voice. He actually struggled giving me the address for the first 5 minutes, so I wasn't aware of how severe this was until I finally asked him, you know, what's going on? And he told me, and I stopped for a minute, and I said, oh, we do get prank calls into the center. Let me tell you that. We do. But the way his voice was trembling, you could tell that it wasn't a joke. And I know for me, had I heard something like that, the first thing I want to do is call my mom, right? But now his mom is not there to speak to. So I felt like it was my job to kind of be that nurturing figure in that point. And I wanted him to feel like you did something bad, but it doesn't mean that you can't talk. You can't be talking to, or somebody can't talk to you like you're a human being still, you know?
Let me read the story that's associated with this so people have the background of what we're talking about.
Yeah, please.
A Fayetteville 911 operator was recognized for calm composure and decisive action during an emergency call from a teenager later accused of stabbing his mother to death. 17-year-old Isaac Tracy was charged as an adult with first-degree murder, and that's why we can say his name. He's charged as an adult for killing his mother, 49-year-old Catherine Savati. She was killed on February 10th. So is that when you got the call?
Yes,
That
sir.
was on that day.
As soon as I clocked in, actually.
All right. And so the slain mother was found by Fayetteville officers inside a trash can in the garage of the family's home on Downfine Circle. Telecommunicator Dahara Edwards took the 911 call around 7 p.m., in which the young suspect told the dispatcher he wanted to get himself arrested because he killed his mom. That's the quote that was in with the story. Tracy, who's being held without bond, was later found with self-inflicted wounds and was covered in blood. Now, by the time he called you, had that already happened, or did that happen after he got off the call?
No, he actually stayed on the line the whole rest of the time once he called me. So it happened prior. The first thing I asked him was he okay? And we kind of just went into how he was feeling in the moment and if he was injured. I told him that I was going to send him an ambulance, which I did. I went ahead and dispatched for EMS because he had said that there were some self-inflicted injuries that he had made after he did what he did.
And this is, if you're just joining us right now, 7:49 is the time, and about, 65, 66 degrees. It's going to be warm. Dahara Edwards is here. She was the 911 operator who took that call, and she was presented with an award for handling the critical call with her ability to de-escalate the caller's heightened emotional state. Did you feel that he was coming down from where he was initially when he made the call?
Yes, very much so. When you go through stressors, we learned in the academy that you're not just going through stress and you're dealing with it all day. Well, you might. But you usually have 3 separate segments of stress. The first one being that fight or flight, where you're just in panic mode, you're in duress. You're going through it. That second stage is exhaustion, right? After you're done stressing, panicking, everything's settling down, you're still feeling that anxiety. So I feel like he was in between the first and second stage of stress, and I wanted him to be at a place where he could just maybe mellow out, think about what's going on, and get the help that he needed. He needed some help. And I told him that's exactly what we were going to get him.
You know, I don't know if you know Myra Gibbs. She was a 911 caller. Her son, Zion, was killed. And she now, still good friend. I become friends with 911 callers and when you work in the news, especially for stories like this. There's been another 911 caller who saved a child who was drowning in a swimming pool. You get these calls and you have to remain calm.
Yes.
How do you do that?
There is no remaining calm, Mr. Gill. You're not calm. Genuinely, the entire time he's, telling me what's happening, I'm asking how old he is, what school he goes to. In my head, I'm like, did he just say what he think he said? And us as operators, we do have to mute our mics at times and yell out to our dispatchers like, hey, this is going on. So as soon as he said it, I'm muting my mic and I'm yelling. I'm panicking, genuinely, but it's my job to not allow you to feel my panic. I'm going to panic for you because
I hope you have a good panic button, because the one I have in here, when I push it, all my business is in the street. But we'll work on that. But you have a good panic button so you can call out. So when he said I killed my mom, you pushed the panic and say, hey, I got this kid here. He killed my mom.
Yes.
And then you came back to your demeanor.
Yes.
Of talking with him, almost like a mother figure, I guess.
Yes.
Is that the sense that you had, that you were going to be in that mother figure for him?
Yes, absolutely. I in the instant, I was like, I wanted to call my mom right then and there. Like, Mom, I have this boy on the line and I feel awful that this is going on. So I felt the need to be there for him. It's not like he could call his mom anymore or talk to his mom. And I think there was a self-reflection moment for him because he did choose to call. He had every reason not to, but he chose to call. And when you're calling 911, we learn people call the worst day of their lives. And for him, that was the worst day of his life. And so you need 911 in your worst moments.
Well, the word that you got that was given to you said that you maintain a calm, steady tone and exercise extraordinary control over that conversation.
Yeah.
And I went on to say, this is the release from the Fayetteville Police Department. It says, Miss Edwards demonstrated exceptional professionalism, composure, and skill during one of the most challenging types of emergency calls imaginable. The caller, a teenage male, had just fatally stabbed his mother and was in extreme state of emotional distress. Edwards was recognized for her ability to get information during the challenging call to police. And through the clear and deliberate communication, Ms. Edwards obtained critical information necessary to ensure responders' safety and the ability to have an effective dispatch response. That's what the police said of your actions.
Yeah.
And what I say of your action is you are transitioning out of that position.
I am.
And that's bad for them. The good part is you're transitioning and working as an account executive here.
I am an account
Kenny, what do you
executive for
think?
Cumulus Media.
We're bringing cream of the crop.
Actually, I talked to Tish about this, and Tish was on her way to hiring, but I just like to think that
you just push it over.
Yes.
Well, thank Kenny.
Mr. Kenny, you're the man.
No, you are. Thank you very much.
No, you were in here if neither of us said anything about this, but I am glad that I got a chance to chit-chat with you about this. Congratulations on the award.
Thank you.
And I hope you make $1 gazillion selling advertisement here on Cumulus, because we got a great product, as you well know. And you know, one thing I noticed about, we were in the meeting the other day, Kenny, and you were up on, Tahara was up on the chair writing stuff up on the board and everything. And I'm sitting back sleeping. Because everybody, was I asleep?
You were sleeping
in the meeting.
Yeah, but but I was enthused about the enthusiasm that our family here at the radio station has. Station. You get that sense?
Yes, it is nothing but good energy here. I will say that sometimes working as an operator, you feel fatigue because sometimes things are just dreary. Sometimes good things happen, and then sometimes it's all bad. But here, you walk in. These executives are ready to go. These radio hosts are ready to go. We're ready to have a good day.
Come on, let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
All right, if you got some clients need some time to get on the radio and talk, this is the place where the sales folks come in and they say, Gilbert, you have some time to talk to this person or that person. I said, absolutely, because these microphones belong to the community. And once again, congratulations to you on the award that you got. It was presented by the Fayetteville Police Department?
It was. The chief of police presented it, as well as the homicide unit chief was there, and my chief, my 911 head, she was there. Miss Lisa Reed, I want to give her a little shout out here. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me.
Well, you can give a shout out, but we done stole you. How much longer do you have there? Are you transition?
My 2 weeks is actually up, so I am no longer a part of that center anymore.
But you will always be a part in their memory of a call well done.
Yes. I genuinely went out with a bang, Mr. Gill.
Yes,
I went out with a bang.
All right. Well, thanks so much for coming on and being a part of Good Morning Fayetteville.
Good morning, Fayetteville.
You're listening to News Talk 640. We are WFNC. Yes, we are. And you know what, Kenny? It's Dehara calls us Mr. Kenny and Mr. Gill. We're old folks, I guess.
Nah, she's just being sweet and polite.
She is being sweet and polite. All right, hey, we got all kinds of stuff coming up here. Also, on the next hour, on the backside, we're going to make sure we get we're on day 99 of In My Heart This Morning, 100 Days of Encouragement. I told Janet Gibson with photography by Cindy Burnham that we were going to read all 100. And we have 2 days left, today and then tomorrow, and that's going to be it. We're going to take care of that on the other side of the 7 o'clock hour. All right, you're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC. Right now it's 6:54. We've got Fayetteville's most dependable forecast with CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunn.
Some will see some patchy fog this morning. We will otherwise be mainly sunny with a high of 80. Overnight will be mostly clear with a low of 56, and Tuesday will be mostly sunny with a high of 84. If we hit 84, that would tie the high temperature record for the day. And that means it's another warm start to the week, highs staying in the 80s, but a strong cold front arrives Thursday, bringing the chance for rain and cooler temperatures to end the week. That is your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
All right, Rachel, steady right now, 59. That's the temperature we've had all morning. 59 degrees in Fayetteville, Home Mills, and also Fort Bragg. You're listening to News Talk 640 or WFNC.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Bringing you all the news and information that matters for 4 decades. News Talk 640 WFNC. Stream on